Jordan Smith, Seven Studios, Doncaster.
How we doing, mate?
My first podcast. Not even got a name for it, mate. How have you got me into this position, mate? Because just winging it.
Mate, look, I've known you about, 2 months? And the similarities for me and you are so similar. We're just winging it. We're just, we're doers, lots of ideas. You sort of sent me a message at about 10 o'clock in Bath one night saying I'm counting tiles here. I thought, what are you on about? But yeah, look, you want to build your personal brand, why not? Start your own podcast. Like you said, there's no name yet, but I think between us, a few more, tiles counted in Bath will come up with something.
Yeah, to be fair, it's always been summer. I'll shout my pal Jacko. Me and Jacko used to work together, and we used to travel in van, and we'd just have so much crack, mate. And then he'd be like, listen, imagine if someone were listening to this conversation now. I says, mate, imagine if this were a podcast, people would buy it. Like, people would buy it. And then before you know it, I'm like, listen, I actually enjoy doing this. Just literally on here, sat there, talking waffle about everything. Literally everything. Business, personal life, the future, the past. Like, what more do you want?
Because you've had quite an interesting life, though, haven't you? Sort of ex-military, gone into something, now you're MD at Eco Power. That's pretty successful, though, isn't it? So you must have some good stories to share, when you're bringing your guests on and being able to add value there as well.
Yeah, I want to bring people on what are relatable, real relatable people who actually people can watch and go, they've not been spoon-fed note. They are as real as they come. There's no bullshit, no note. We can sit here, we can talk, we can swear.
Yeah.
There's no lies, no note. And I just want real people. So obviously, like you say, we've only known each other 2 months, but we got on like an house on fire.
We're best pals now, aren't we?
Yeah, mate, yeah.
Can't get rid of me.
Voice noting in Bath. That's when you know we've made it.
I know, yeah. Counting tiles in Bath.
Yeah.
But, I think it's exciting, mate. If you, start your own podcast, like I say, we've no idea what it's going to be called, but
yeah.
Just the thing is with podcasting, the amount of people you can meet, like your network grows, your black book grows, there's opportunities there. Look, for example, we started Raw Ambition podcast. We invited yourself in.
Yeah.
You got to know us. Next thing we're doing work for Eco Power, filming the stables. So there's so many benefits from podcasting, and for yourself, you're building your personal brand, and you're going to learn so much from it as well. Yeah. So it's an exciting time, mate.
I think for me, the idea come from sat in a van talking absolute waffle to my pal. But realistically, when I left the military, there were note for you when you're leaving. There's note there for you. And because I did this journey on my own, and people have said to me, you can't be self-taught. Trust me, I am self-taught. I am self-taught with a load of information from a load of different people, what I have gathered into one book. And I say the book's my head. And then I've gone away and actually manifested it, law of attraction, manifested it, and just made it, and just kept going. But there's no one can teach you that. And what I want to give to ex-forces, veterans, ex-service personnel, whether it be ambulance service, paramedic, police, doing a bit of work at the minute with prisons, trying to just give an opportunity there for people that you don't need to be spoon-fed, you don't need to pay for it. There's no written agenda to business, do you know what I mean? It's whatever works for you. So trying to give that little bit back now, what I thought is, listen, I've got to build the personal brand. I've got to let people know who I am. Listen, mate, I made an Instagram off of a recommendation from a good friend of yours, Ellie Mackay. Said, listen, you need to be Aidan Ward official. You need to get it out there. Yeah, did that. How many messages do you reckon I got off my pal saying, listen, what are you doing, you absolute nut job? Do you know what I mean? Like, laughing at me and that. But listen, we've got 160 odd followers now, mate. We're moving. Yeah.
So what you're saying then is you basically want to inspire ex-veterans, people in prison, using this platform to help people with what you've done with your career coming out, because you see loads of ex-vets out the street, begging for money.
Mate, exactly.
To go into doing something what you've done and sold for X amount of money to now you're an MD of a massive company, that's massive. So that's what you want to do is lead and inspire by that page.
Yeah, the vision, mate, is to build the brand, but build the brand not based on me. This ain't about money. This is anyone will tell you if I had £5, I only had £1 left, I'd give it away. That's just who I am. Do you know what I mean? And it's just who I am. And I don't want to do this it's not for anything but to give a little bit back. Why would I I only went last week. Went into HMP Doncaster, mate, and I'm walking about there, getting shown about by a lady there who's invited me in. why would I give my time to that for no? It's for no. You don't get paid to go in there. You're going in there because I care about making a difference. And that is the genuine truth. And I'll advise anyone to go in there. Anyone can go in if you've got a bit of a vision that you want to help with education or out like that. 100%, mate. They're doing loads of stuff with media as well. Be great for you. Honestly, mate, it were an eye-opener. And anyone what thinks that prisons are failing prisoners, they're totally wrong, mate. Go and have a look. The education centre they've got there at Doncaster's phenomenal, mate. Phenomenal.
Well, so you can just apply to go in and just go in and spy out inmates and stuff?
Put you onto the right person. She basically runs the education sector, basically reforms prisoners in there. So basically gets them onto barbering courses. They've got full barbering studio, media courses. What else were they?
More than we did at school.
Isn't it? Do you know what I mean? And, but the reason I want to get in there is obviously I'm in renewable industry, solar. You don't need, to be a solar roofer, you don't need a qualification. You need a CSCS card if you're working on sites, but it's a self-taught, there's no real MVQ for it, you know what I mean? You can learn it. So my plan there is to get a sponsor from someone like a solar manufacturer like Clenergy or K2, a big known brand, build in the prison a fake roof or a couple of different fake scenario roofs to then get them training. Get them training and to be solar panel roofers. Because the way renewable energy is going is only going one way. We've got to go to net zero. We're getting told to by government, whether we like it or not. And you've got to move with the times, do you know what I mean? And I think giving them the opportunity there, putting them on an health and safety course, showing them how to do the solar roofing, listen, it's hard graft, mate. Do you know what I mean? You're coming out here, them sort of guys who are in jail, some of them might have made a mistake, some of them might just be on the wrong path. And need that opportunity to say, listen, there's loads of work out here. And it's good money, mate. And I just think I've got a vision there with a lady, who I won't name for obvious reasons, but I've got a vision there with her and we've sat down and spoke about it and they've got a massive railway in there. What Network Rail have put in there. So why can't we put something in there as a renewable industry? Do you know what I mean? And I think more and more people need to work with it because everyone slags it off. There needs to be more done about it, you know what I mean? It's not about chasing money. It's about giving an opportunity there. And I think without that personal brand, I'll never get there. So obviously just speaking to you with your experience, I thought what an amazing place this is in Doncaster, on my doorstep, with someone who I can actually relate to and build this brand together, do you know what I mean? And actually get onto another few projects, what we've been speaking about, and it kind of just all moulded into one. But yeah, the vision, mate, is to just help other people.
Do you think that helping other people mentality comes from your military experience of being in like a team brotherhood where, you know, one soldier down, all down sort of?
Yeah.
Does that come from that?
Yeah, maybe. I think growing up, I were always part of a popular group. But I were always known as the nice guy in the group, you know what I mean? I was always a genuine kid. I don't think I've ever had a nasty streak in me, do you know what I mean?
That's good.
Obviously, I've boxed and stuff, so you've got to have that switch there to get in that ring and actually have a dust-up. So when when the switch goes, it goes, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyone will tell you, even, I don't really drink anymore at all, but I used to have a bit of a red flag in me, do you know what I mean? And that'll go, and that's
any particular drink that used to send you a bit west?
Stella.
Nelson Mandela. Mine were red wine. I have a couple of red wines, and I'm like,
vodka, mate.
Vodka,
I'll fight any Polish man with a ball down, I'll fight him. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Oh God,
I'm getting at it. I've
Ruskin
had a couple of Russians, mate. I'm on it.
Fucking hell. Right, we'll not have any vodka lying about.
Yeah, no vodka. But no, I've always been a genuine guy, I think, mate. And I think, listen, if I were to die tomorrow, I've not manifested that, so it ain't happening anyway. If I were to die tomorrow, mate, I want people to say, listen, you're a good bloke, him.
Yeah.
And do you know what, mate? My dad's not here anymore, but that's all he used to say. So when you're gone, son, make sure that people know you as a genuine kid. And that's all he ever used to say to me, and it stuck with me that forever, you know what I mean? Like, I genuinely do live by that.
Yeah.
And I think that is why the business has gone the way it has. Because there ain't many people in construction like me. Do you know what I mean? Where you can work on trust and transparency.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's
that's amazing, mate.
That's kind of where we're at with it. But what about yourself? How did you listen? This studio. If anyone's not been to this studio, get you sent down just for a look because it'll blow your mind.
I appreciate that, mate. Appreciate that.
But how did you, mate? What got you into this?
Where do I start, mate? Where do I start? Do you want the full story? Or the,
I know. Obviously, you've said a few bits about traveling, and you've been traveling, and
yeah. So I basically started my professional career on ships and yachts, fitting anti-corrosion systems to super yachts, ships, submarines, offshore.
like an engineer, like
like a marine engineer. So my official job title was International Electrical and Mechanical Marine Engineer. But I didn't have an engineering degree.
Yeah.
I'd say it was more of a technician. So we used to fit anti-corrosions. Well, I technically still do now and again, very rarely. Impressed current cathodic protection anodes, which are fitted to a submerged part of a hull. So all the salt cells trying to chemically react with the steel essentially tells it to fuck off.
Wow. that's proper clever shit, that, isn't it?
Yeah, so it sort of lowers the polarity of, so the surrounding area of the vessel. It stops it from corroding, makes it more fuel efficient because you've not got all barnacles attaching to the hull and stuff. So for about 6 years, I was just travelling intensively, 10 countries a month.
Staying on ships, like?
No, I was always in hotels.
Always in hotels and just working on them.
We'd have some good hotels, we'd have some shit hotels. I've been in Ritz-Carlton in Doha, I've been in rat-infested fucking hostels in Hong Kong, jumping from bed to bed to put my underpants on. Do you know what I mean? Fucking some crazy times. So 6 years doing that, and I always had a passion for like making videos and photos. Obviously, I was traveling a lot, so I'm on my own. What do? You get your iPhone out, you fucking go around taking photos and stuff. Yeah. When I go skiing, I'd like take a GoPro and went Vietnam, bought a drone, flying it around the beach, and I just loved it. Anyway, I play golf as well, so I split up with a bird at the time. I was like, shit, what do? I need to find a purpose. What am I good at? I was like, shit, I'm a good golfer. I'll just play golf again.
Yeah.
Went up to the golf club, joined back up, and then I started playing, and I had this like weird talent where I could just fucking bomb ball miles. So I entered a long drive tournament.
Yeah,
it's where you literally go, whoever can hit it furthest, they win. And they had this tournament called, I can't remember what it was called, but
Need for Speed for Golf.
Something like that, yeah. Anyway, over a collective of like Fridays. So say that again. Over like a month of Fridays, basically, you'd go and enter it, and you'd get picked into a final. And I got through to the final, but the final night I was at my auntie's wedding. So I'm there, and I'm like, Mum, I've got this final tonight. I might have to backdoor it from the wedding and go, get changed because it was in Sheffield. She says, get yourself off. Went home, got changed, got my FootJoy shoes on. Went up to Sheffield. Didn't have like that. Cane it down, don't want to be late. Ended up winning. This long drive tournament. It won 362 yards. And the prize was to fly to Dubai, business class. 8 balls on range at DP World Tour Championship with Roy McIlroy. Everything, food paid for, hotel, transfers. And on the... I knew it was a magazine that had hosted this tournament, but I didn't know who it was. But I picked a golf magazine up on the fly at Emirates. And there's me in this magazine, Mr. Boom, who said 362 yards. And I'm there in business class showing all these Emirates birds, all this, look at me. And these 3 Scouse lads at bar says, fucking hell, lad, are you going to show any more people that magazine there, yeah? I'm like, oh, no, I've been clocked. But I got there, I thought, this is mad, this. So I got pally with Owen, obviously, you know what I'm like. I'm just fucking met pals with anyone, talk to a fucking brick wall.
Easy going,
I mean, I said, mate, just had a bit of a brainwave. Would you be interested in someone writing articles, like a bit of a column in your magazine? This was a massive established magazine, Worldwide Golf. He says, oh, let me think about it. Anyway, about 2 weeks later, had a meeting with him. He says, do you want to just come and move to Dubai? We'll teach you videography, we'll teach you photography, we'll teach you publishing, we'll teach you digital marketing. You can interview pros. Fucking next thing you know I'm over in Dubai in an office, doing interviews with tour pros, flying to Azerbaijan, making golf videos, doing club reviews, course reviews around the Middle East, playing every single course, just reviewing them and stuff, writing them about and making videos. And I was like, I did a bit of presenting with fucking BBC hands, all that. You're probably thinking, he can barely speak. How's he been a presenter? But I fucking did it. Do you know what I mean?
Fucking smash a ball though, innit?
Yeah, to be fair though, I'm one of them people, like, if there's an opportunity, just fucking do it.
Yeah.
Like, don't hold back. Just go and do it. Be a doer. Who gives a fuck what your mates think? You know what I mean? If it gets shared around Facebook, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
So anyway, about 2.5 years into Dubai, I lived on Jumeirah Golf Estates, playing golf, making videos.
Wow.
I thought, this is fucking sound. But then it got to a point where I was like, it wasn't earning any money. It were mint, do you know what I mean? But I was skint. I were on like 11,000 dirhams a month.
What's that?
Which is about 2.5 grand. Yeah.
A month?
Yeah.
In Dubai?
Yeah. But my bills were about 1,500 quid for rent and stuff. I had a shitty little car, an Hyundai i10, yeah, for 300 quid a month. But it was fucking same size as this table here. It was like a tin of beans on wheels.
Yours about 6'4".
Yeah, it was like a tin of beans on wheels, and I'm driving through the back. Like they're all in trucks and that. I'm thinking, fucking hell. I went 300 quid i10 here. I thought, I'm cracking on a bit now. I need to start making a bit of dough. So I got back in touch with my old boss. He says, look, mate, he says, if you're in Dubai, there's loads of jobs going around Dubai, Dry Dock World, Qatar. He says, I'll just fly you out from there. Come back working on the ships.
Oh, going back to what you were doing before?
Yeah, back to what I was doing before. So I went and done that. I remember being that skint, I said, give me every bit of work you can. And I remember working 75 days straight in Dubai Dry Dock World and waking up on 76th day with no work. I'm thinking, I feel like I need to go back to fucking office to do nothing. I like, it's in such a good routine. And then got an opportunity to go out to Miami for a year, looking after all yacht business. So just literally flying around fucking Miami, selling shit to yachts, whether it were ICCP systems, marine growth systems, water cooling systems, this system, blah, blah, blah. So I did that for about a year. That was good, but all the Russian sanctions with, obviously what happened with Russia, you come to sell them and then we couldn't provide them because it on sanctions list. So I was like, this is a waste of time.
Doing all that hard work, but getting to final hurdle and
exactly, mate,
can't get it on the line.
And then I got a phone call one day saying, off my dad, saying your mum's broke her back skiing in Geneva. It fucking just broke me. I just thought my mum being in in an ambulance and that. I just thought, fuck this, I'm coming home. I get. So
you're still in Dubai at time.
So I went to Dubai. Then I was in Miami when I got that phone call. So I was still around there for a year. And I got that phone call and I was like, why am I away? I've been away for like 4 years. Like, let me go home to my family. You know what I mean? So I went back home. Then fucking hell, gets a phone call one morning. Me and my sister always said, when we're going to set up Smith Brosis. I was like, fucking hell. Yeah. I don't think it'll ever be that name, but I get a phone call at like 7 a.m. Saturday morning off Ryan. Found a location in town. Get out of bed now. I says, fucking hell, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, right? What's the matter with you? Chill out. Came up here, right? And where we're sat now, this was all just brick.
Yeah.
That was all windows, brick. There was no, this wall weren't here, obviously. And I'm looking around with Ryan. He's going, yeah, we'll have a podcast studio here, put a wall there, we'll have an infinity cove there. And I'm thinking, I can't see his vision here.
For viewers then, George, who don't know this building, this is a proper old school.
We're
talking hundreds of years old building in Doncaster City Centre. Like, this is proper. This needs a proper refurb. Like,
we're talking. It's fucked.
Yeah.
It's
been empty for years.
It's one of the oldest. Yeah, I can say one of the oldest buildings on the corner, right next to South French Gate South. So old jewellers is the only place. But it's tired.
Yeah.
We've walked in here and he's going this, that, and the other. And I'm thinking, I can't see this vision because I'm not a builder. I've got a bit of engineering, but like in terms of domestic building and shit like that, I'm thinking I don't know what he's on about here, but I trust him. So I says, fuck it, come on then, let's do it. So we're all back to break. Next thing, we spent about 6 months putting new walls in, this, that, and the other, painting, acoustic underlay, acoustic insulation in walls. Then we're sort of there, and like gets all that done, and like, right, we need all tech now. And then you've got all fucking lights, cameras. Where Jodie's sat, you've got A10 minis, which is a switch. You've got interface audios. You've got fucking. There's just so much to it. And we did it, and we've about a year now. By all means, it's not been perfect year. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to sit there and say it's been the most successful year because it's been fucking hard, mate.
Starting's fresh, innit? You know what I mean?
We have made mistakes. we have done some fuck ups. We're a new business.
Yeah.
But
And are you both full time then? You and Ryan both full time.
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah,
you've got
yeah.
other staff members now, but
yeah, so I'm full time. Katie's sort of part time. Johnny's full time. Harry's full time. Ryan's full time. So Josh sort of part time.
so what's your relation with Ryan?
So he's my sister's fiance.
Katie's.
Yeah, Katie's
Yeah,
fiance.
yeah. Ah, right.
So obviously a lot of barbecues where we sort of sat having a bevy and that, and
Become
we're
quite
going to
good
set
pals.
something
Yeah,
up. You know
yeah,
what I mean? But Ryan's great, good leader.
Got a great vision as well, hasn't he? Like every time you speak to him, he's just got a great vision.
Yeah, he does a lot of like business coaching and stuff, and he's always
Yeah.
got that leadership sort of positive mentality.
Yeah.
He'll say, Ryan, no, make us a coffee, and he'll say, you try stop me. You know, instead of saying, fuck off.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean? Just, I'll say, oh, I've got to go to doctors. He'll say, no,
Yeah.
you get to go to doctors.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I'm just like, fucking hell. He just always puts like this, like,
just changing
all this
it.
positive spin on everything, yeah.
So, going back a little bit then, mate, from risk-taking, opportunity, you took that opportunity there to go on this competition, absolutely smashed it, got to go to Dubai, but that's basically where you learnt your craft, learnt your trade in terms of this. Like, obviously the viewers don't know, like, you're doing some videos for us and stuff for other businesses, etc. And you would have never known how to do that without taking that opportunity.
Absolutely, yeah. For me, that was like a university course. People spend 20, 30 grand to go to uni. I spent 2 years in Dubai. That was like my uni. Yeah, I lived like uni. I led an housemate. You know what I mean?
Lived the
Shagging bears
dream,
and all
like.
that sort of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Like, and I was skint, but we made it work and we had a laugh.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, so I
Like
see
you said,
that
that's
as
your
like my
uni, innit?
that's my university degree. I learned my skill there.
Yeah,
So don't get me wrong, there's much better videographers out there than me, but
yeah.
I'm growing a team now. We've got Johnny, who's just started. He's been a producer on for Netflix, BBC. Started his career as an ITV runner.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
So
you went to Dubai. I went to Afghanistan.
yeah, yeah. What God, Afghan must have been mad. My dad lived in.
Mad, mate.
He lived in Kabul for a bit.
Do you know something, mate? Do you know? I always get questioned like, "Were it scary? Were it this? Were it that?" And do you know what? Now I look back at it, I think, fucking right it was. But when you're there, you don't even think like that.
No.
The one thing I think about Afghanistan, mate, and this is nothing about the place. What an amazing place now. Like it's an amazing place, mate. It's full of amazing people.
Yeah.
But it's got some shit in it. Do you know what I mean? Like everywhere. Like Donny. Like Sheffield.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
There's great people, but there's shit in it. Afghans the same. Like at that moment in time, they were run, and it's all political, and I'm not going to get into it because it is all political. And to be interested in politics, I think you've got to be one or two things. Really, really intelligent or really, really stupid. And I'm pretty much in middle, so I don't talk about it. So, yeah, there's some great things come out of it. There's some proper shit come out of it. For me, again, not going to get into it. Political. Is it something we should have done? Who knows? Do you know what I mean? It's not my thing to say that, but do I regret it? No. Did it teach me loads of things about life? Yeah. Did it stink of shit? Yeah.
Did it?
Genuinely, mate, honestly, there's the one thing I remember. You get off that plane, landed in Camp Bastion, and it stunk of shit.
Really?
It just stunk of shit. Yeah, just a weird, weird smell. And a weird...
Just like a bit of fustiness.
Yeah, mate, like sewerage. Like, proper sewerage, like. But, mate, they genuinely just, like... in that sort of place in Afghanistan, at Helmand province, they haven't got toilets, they haven't got a drainage system.
Yeah.
You're shitting and burning it, do you know what I mean? And that is... You should actually get paid in Afghan for that. Like, to burn your shit. I think they call joey bags or something. Like, I can remember shitting in a bag all the time on a fake toilet and then get, like, crystals in it. I think it, like...
Rough that, like.
Chuck it on a pit and then you burn it. You just get paid a little bit more.
Do you have, like, a standout memory from your time in Afghan?
Yeah.
Like a specific day that were, like, that were mint or that were fucked up? Sort of
Yeah,
thing?
the first, there's a couple of things what I won't speak about, but, like, the first contact. So, the first contact, mate, we were in a proper... And where I were in
Contact
Afghan,
as in, like...
as in a firefight. So the first actual firefight where you're actually returning fire. So when you return, when you're getting shot at, it's a proper weird sound, mate. It's like a snap and a crack. So you can like hear it. You know it's close if it's snapping and it's cracking. And when I say that, you can hear a snap and a cracking sound of the wind going past you. But it might not be like there. Do you know what I mean? It might be like a couple of foot away, but you can hear it. And where I were in Afghan, I were in CP Pankhalei. Fob for anyone watches who knows. CP Pankhalei. And I'd gone to, I was proper young, mate. I'd only just turned, I think at the time, I'd just turned 19 in the May, and I went to Afghan in the September. And I was new to the regiment as well, because I'd transferred. So I came to my regiment a little bit late. Yeah. And I went and met these guys up at Pankhalei to go and assist because someone didn't want to go. And when I say don't want to go, I think they had a back injury at the time, which is mad when you're in Afghanistan. And they were a little bit hostile where they were in Pankhalei. We were in this massive fob in Fob Ulet. We're like, right, you go up to Pankhalei. So I says, all right, I'll go. And they were like, what do you mean you'll go? Like fresh as, they call them nigs, new in green. So fresh little nig, new in green.
Yeah. So was that what you, was you a nig?
I was a nig, mate, yeah. So I just got there, got to my regiment, straight to Afghan, got in this ops room full of all these high-profile individuals, decent ranks and that. And like, we need to send someone to Pankhalei. And I'm like, I'll go. And Kenny.
Get just game for it, yeah.
There's a kid called Kenny, and Scouse Kenny, proper lovely kid, mate, really. Lost a bit of touch with him now, to be fair, which is a little bit sad, but he's just busy. Not because of any reason, he's just busy, and I'm busy. Love the guy to bits. And he was up at Pankhalei, so I went and joined him. And but he was like dislodged from me, so he was up in this place called... it was like, they called it the Tower, but it was like basically a ridge line above us, what used to overlook where we were. Kenny was up there, and this one day they were like, look, we need someone to come out. So-and-so's poorly, blah, blah, blah. You're coming out. So I'd gone out on this patrol. Bearing in mind I was fresh as out. Gone out on this patrol, mate. And where we were, it was like a built-up area, so it were like all closed little compounds. We got into this massive open field, and when I say field, it's just desert. Excuse me. And I remembered thinking in my head, if we get contacted now, we are fucked, because there's nowhere, nothing around us, nothing at all. And I remember this. I've still got this helmet cam footage from when guys who were on patrol with us. And I remember us getting contacted, and I just heard this contact right. So everyone's flicked themselves to right. There were probably about 35 of us or something on this patrol. There were fucking search dogs, the lot, mate, running about. Contact right. I've just hit deck, mate. I swear to God, I'm firing my weapon, not even looking down my sights, thinking, what the fuck's going on here? Where do we go? Because just open, just literally open fucking floor, mate. Like literally, no burns to get behind, no ditches, there were nothing, mate. It were just open. Next thing you know, we're having to peel back. So basically, imagine a big long straight line, and front, then 1, 2 men. Everyone else is giving fire down towards target, which we didn't have a clue where it were coming from. Just we thought it were from right, because you're getting that snap and crack. Mate, there's dogs running about, there's fucking people firing UGLs, smokes going off. And I remember that clear as day thinking, I fucking manifested that. I thought, if we get fucking contacted here, we're fucked. Next thing you know, bum, bum, bum. And I'm thinking, shit. But I remember just firing my weapon, mate, in direction, because I thought, I can't even...
How were you feeling in that moment?
Oh, mate, adrenaline takes over, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? Genuinely does.
Yeah, because it's like when you have a fight at school, yeah?
Yeah.
You come back and you try to remember it, it's like, it's all a bit of a blur. Is that what it was like there?
Yeah, I suppose at the time, you just get on with your job. My job was to get out of there. And that was everyone's job, because we knew we were fucked, because we were in open ground, mate. There was nowhere for us to go. You carry on going forward or assault position, you got a chance of fucking 30-odd casualties there. Usually they're firing through an hole that big, with muzzle through, just firing at you.
Are they? So chances of actually...
So chances of hitting you is slim to none, really. It's an open it. Everyone who gets it is pretty unlucky, to be fair. If they're firing through an actual war like they used to do. Well, that's a vivid memory, mate. What I think, Jesus, man, that were a rough old day, that. But adrenaline's kicking in. Everyone's like, you get back behind a wall, and it's like, fuck it, now that we're close. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Everyone's just, have we got everyone back? And then I genuinely remember thinking, right, because you used to call them GDA patrols, so ground domination. So basically, you're going out on patrol to just look at the local area and actually dominate that ground. To be a bit of a force in the area to say, look, we're here. This is what we're doing. We're not going anywhere. We're holding this ground. This is what we are. So I remember we'd probably done about a 40-minute patrol, and then obviously we got contacted. So I remember getting back to this safe area, if you like, back in this compound. I thought, well, that'll be that fucking done now. We'll go back.
Yeah.
What it thought. everyone's doing
Snap and cracks back.
small little rock drill, we're going a different route. And I'm thinking, fucking hell, man, we've just been attacked. Yeah, I want to fuck off. But no, mate, you're cracking on. Come on, young'un.
Cracking on, no pun.
Yeah.
So you were literally on front line then?
Yeah, so...
Do you start on the front line and do you work your way up? How does it work?
Yeah, so basically when you join army, you've got obviously loads of different career streams. But when I joined infantry, which is just a soldier.
Right.
That weren't my plan. My plan was, believe it or not, to be an electrician and go and be an engineer, because I was already doing electrical apprenticeship, but obviously that phased out for whatever reason. Basically, the careers office said to me, "You ain't got the grades, mate, to be an electrician in the army," because I didn't have my C in maths. So I had to go and do adult literacy and numeracy. It says, "Listen, don't worry, young'un. If you join now, join infantry, and then you can change when you're in." And I was like, "Oh, right, yeah, sound." So I just joined infantry. So got me in as quick as possible. I went to Harrogate, which was like a college, junior soldier college, which is fucking good, to be fair. I
went on a school trip once.
Yeah, it was good, mate. I did a year there. So you do like a year of basic training. Proper enjoyed it, I did.
Yeah, I've been there, yeah.
And I genuinely thought in my head, I thought I'll do 4 years, me, and then get out. But I just wanted to get my qualifications in
So how long did you actually end up doing?
10 years. Loved it.
Did you get a payout at 10 year?
No.
No payouts?
No,
like...
you get a little bit of a grant for some courses, which is one of my main focuses now, mate, to give, that's what I mean, to give a bit back. Did a self-employment course, mate. They don't teach you about tax. They don't teach you about VAT. They don't teach you about payroll. Teach you fuck all. It's just, you need insurance. You're going to go to a customer's house and tell them you can do this, this, and this. Yeah. Hope for the best, big lad. And I just think no one's teaching anyone marketing. No one's teaching anyone digital marketing, because all different areas. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
it'd be good for you to get some your old squaddy pals on here, wouldn't it? You know, just chatting to them about their experience.
Yeah, I've already got
them out on the podcast.
100%, George. I've already got like people in mind who I think people who are doing amazing things. People who have done proper shit things since they've come out. Yeah. I've got a pal, mate, and I won't mention his name, but he'll know if he watches this. He's a great pal of mine, and he always has been. Done some stupid things in his life, mate. Took some wrong decisions. Been to prison since he got out of prison. Done boxing, done bare knuckle boxing, been all over the world bare knuckle boxing. But, mate, honest to God, right, that guy looked after me so much, and he has got so much more. Not that he's not offering more now, but he went through a bit of a shit stage where I thought, mate, just get some help, because you need help. Because you've got so much more to offer everyone, because he's a fucking great lad. I'm hopefully going to get him on, because he's on a good path at the minute. Do you know what I mean? He's doing good things with his boxing, and he's got his own gym now, helping kids, and he's turned a bit of a corner, which is amazing. And I think them sort of people are what I want to relate to, because I'm just like you, mate. I took a risk. Yeah. Took a risk in business, and luckily it's paying off. Listen, it ain't all rosy. People think I'm minted, mate. Listen, for all you viewers out there, I'm sat on here with an £8 TikTok watch. You know what I mean? £8 TikTok daily watch, mate. Oh, yeah, mate, it's...
Not bad for a little ticky-tocky,
What is it? It's a Ricico. You know what I mean? It's a Ricico. But there's no way I'm wearing a tag or a Rolex, mate, for fucking work and getting it bashed about. Or even worse, some little shit house in Donny trying to rob it off my wrist.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So, but no, I just take risks, be real, and they're the sort of people I want on here. And I just think you're a perfect example, mate. And you took a risk, probably moving on to a few different areas now in terms of the reason we take risk, I guess.
Yeah.
Because we both have got what I call the gift. Both got diagnosed at a similar sort of time as well by the same person, which is mental.
Actually, rang the doctors up last night and said,
"Give me my meds."
It's me again. Hello. Fucking, where's my meds, man? You always say, like, when are we going to get this fucking tablet that sort of levels you out and says, you know, this, that, and the other. But rang them back up last night. I said, it's going to be another 7 months waiting just for you to get in to see if the NHS will accept it.
Which is mental, innit? Like a referral.
So, but I said to her, I said, look, I'm 29. I've been road dogging this my entire life. Was it you that said you were road dogging?
Yeah.
I laughed at that.
Sick of it.
Yeah, I was like, I've road dogged it my entire life. Another 7 months will be sound. But like you say, like some of the best entrepreneurial people I've ever met are all sort of like that.
Yeah, 100%.
Ideas, impulsive. You know, no time to fucking wait around. little bit scatty, a bit erratic.
But you know what, mate? It's same way out, innit? Because like I said, I went to prison the other week, and not literally, to do some work, and they were telling us about how creative some of these prisoners are and how their skills are not put to the test. And when I say creative, mate, I'm talking these people are finding fishing wire, clear fishing wire, sticking it to underside at urinal where your flush goes, putting whatever they want in it so it goes down the U-bend, and then no one can see it. So when they're searching the pads, mate, that to me, don't send that guy down the block, mate. Congratulate him, shake his hand, and tell him he's a fucking genius.
That's great.
Bring him into a room and say, "Listen, your brain, let's create something weird."
Yeah.
And that is one thing that I got across to the lady who I deal with there, saying, "Listen," and she was saying, she's like, "We need to. There's some great people in here who are leading a wrong path.
Yeah.
What are so creative, and you think they're being creative around all the wrong people or all the wrong environments because." Is there really enough for them out there? In prison, probably not. Out of prison, what do? They've got no accommodation. They're sticking them with a bunch of other people what are leaving prison in the same environment, doing the same shit day in, day out, not much money, going out doing the same things what they did before they went in jail. And I think some of these people, mate, are probably undiagnosed ADHD.
Yeah.
Some of these people could be influential. They could be absolute geniuses at inventions, but they're not getting the right calling, if you like. Do you know what I mean? So,
just in the wrong place. I mean, look at that. There's an old saying, isn't there, where you put 6 animals next to a tree. Rabbit will climb up first. Hamster or whatever.
Yeah.
Turtle's gonna stay there. He's not a loser. He's just in the wrong place.
Yeah.
Same with that other girl. There's a girl who she's on a football pitch and she's like, she went to kick a penalty, missed ball, and she walked off and did about 6 backwards handstands. Like, you're not a loser, you're just in the wrong place.
Yeah.
It's basically finding that creativity in there and saying, well, actually, your brain can be used for doing X, Y, and Z. You are a fucking genius. Look what you've just done there. Yeah. That's creative, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's same with every walk of life. And I always look at this in business like, everyone will say to me, some people genuinely do believe that I am a multi-millionaire, and I'm not. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But success... there's a guy called Joseph Valente, mate, and I absolutely buzz off him.
You mentioned him before.
Follow him, mate. And if he ever watches my podcast, I'll absolutely be amazing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
invite him on now. This is a special call out.
I know, yeah. Joseph, if you're watching, mate, I didn't want to do a podcast in your studio because Jordan's is better. You know? He's got his own podcast studio, hasn't he?
Do that little nod for me.
Yeah. My pal, yeah. No, but he's a legend. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's come from nowhere. He had a plumbing business. Absolutely smashed it. And you know, mate, everyone watches his stuff, right? And I swear to God, the amount of people what slate him. And I tell you now, mate, what he's doing there is, it's all for views.
Yeah.
And you've mentioned someone to me before about why they do things, because it's
entertainment.
Of course it is. Do you know what I mean?
Fucking entertainment.
He's so influential, mate, but he always leaves, his phrase is success leaves clues. And I genuinely do believe that, because I think surround yourself by successful people in a successful environment, and it'll leave a clue for someone else. So don't eat with someone you won't starve with. Do you know what I mean? That is true, and it's so true.
I think what you just said there, like surrounding yourself with successful people. It's one thing I manifested like a lot as a young lad. I remember being like 15, I think I was about maybe 14, 15, and there's a kid on Facebook who were importing Calvin Klein underpants from China. Selling them like to November, December time, for Christmas. I thought, he's a fucking genius. To this day, he's one of my best mates. He owns, he's got different businesses, trampoline parks around Doncaster. But it was from then I thought, I want to be surrounded by people like that who were like entrepreneurial, And we ended up having a group of different entrepreneurial lads, and they've all done really well for themselves.
And do you think that was from a young age, from just seeing that?
Absolutely,
I've got a similar sort of scenario there, because I always used to just be about earning money. My mum always used to say to me, you go down the wrong path, you'll be in prison.
Yeah.
Because all I ever used to see was money. But luckily from my mum and myself, I didn't go down that path. But, mate, I look back at things I've done and think how I made money back in the day, and it could have been done for, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mate, I used to go to Manchester and buy all them fake handbags and sell them to all local girls. And there's loads who will watch this and say, I got on a fit. Mate, I used to make a fortune. I'd take my order Monday
What, from the Harris Street?
Cheetah Mill.
Cheetah
Mill, yeah. I used to go to the same
all the
guy.
fakies?
Yeah, all the fake place, yeah. I just got the same guy every week. Abdul, I think he's in prison now.
Abdul, come closer.
His name probably weren't Abdul, but that's what he were called in my phone.
Yeah.
But I used to take my orders Monday to Friday. This is no, I swear to you now, mate, on my kid's life. Monday to Friday. Friday'd come, I'd finish work, I'd be in army. I used to be based at Firsk. I'd drive to Donny, pick my pal up. We'd drive Saturday morning, nice and fresh, over to Manchester, pick us bags up, come back, drop them all off Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
Or Saturday, then go out on piss, Saturday night, recover Sunday, get ready for orders next week. And then we'd just do the same again, Monday to Friday. Just Instagram, Facebook, the lot, mate. But I did that before, so being entrepreneurial for me has always been in me, because I was doing that. Mate, before that, I was selling Juice Plus, and I smashed Juice Plus. And everyone used to say to me, there's a guy actually on Facebook, he's a good friend from village, and he always comments on my stuff, and he's great. But I remember him in my head, and I'm not going to say his name, because I think it's one up I've got on you, and I'm fucking watching. Yeah. But he always used to give me grief for Juice Plus, right? Now he's commenting on my stuff saying, mate, you're doing fucking great. And I think, fuck off, you a dickhead who used to slag me off for doing Juice Plus. That prick again. Mate, that Juice Plus made me some money, mate.
Did it?
Yeah, bought me an $8,000 quad, cash. It bought me, which I sold my brother, and then he got it nicked. And he owed me money for it still. Wounded. Still paying for that now.
Is it?
No, he's not.
Is it not?
No. But no, you know, like, I just used to take a punt, mate. I used to just take a punt. I take a punt with everything in life.
Yeah, yeah. I was the same as a kid. Fucking hell. When I had a little moped, like 17, just running around, buying Xboxes, sticking them underneath my seat where helmet was, buying it, going to sell it to someone for 50 quid. It'd be like 50 quid on a Saturday at 17, mate, laughing. Wait,
same person. I had an Aerox, mate. Put a 70 on it. I thought,
mate, your motor Aerox?
That's what I had.
And it had like this carbon pipe on it.
Yeah.
That made it like 55.
I used to do pizzas on it.
Did you?
Yeah, Ahmed, mate. Valentino Pizzas in Woodlands, mate. Shout out. Best pizzas ever. That man used to... he once told me, he says, listen, Aidan, how much do you think the most expensive pizza in this shop is and to make? And most expensive pizza back in the day used to do an half and half, mate, with mint. But it were a meat feast, and it were about 7 quid. He says 17 pence. I said, shut up, you idiot. He says 17 pence. He says it cost me 17 pence to make that pizza. And I used to think, you tight bastard, give me a tenner.
Yeah.
I've delivered 15 of them tonight. But I used to do pizzas on Aerox. Yeah.
No way. I used to deliver Indians, me.
Did you?
Yeah, I wasn't massive into pizzas. I thought, I fucking love an Indian. I must have had this one family that owned about 8 Indians around Donny, just pimping me out to different ones. Rozzo, Clay Lane.
He'll do it, it's cheap.
Car stunk of fucking lamb sarg. Yeah. But I get a free curry in at night. Mate. You used to take my bird with me.
I didn't have a problem at smell, mate. I was doing these on my Aerox.
Oh, yeah.
It foot well.
That's mad. We had the same moped.
Yeah.
I used to drive to college. I used to drive to college, do a shift there, go straight on. Fucking yeah. I went to this guy. In fact, I sold us that computer the other day called Paul. I walked in. And this is when like MacBooks were like getting trendy.
Yeah.
They're big fucking iMacs and that. I walked in. He's got about 9 of them all lined up, ex-school ones. I says, let me buy one of them. He says, you can have one for 250 quid. I said, all right, Sam. Took it home. I sort of like dressed it all up nice in my dad's office. And I took a picture of it and I put it on Facebook. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I've got this computer here for sale. You know, iMac, the new thing, 400 quid. 150 quid profit. I had John Simmons rang me up. I'll have that. So he came and picked one up. And then another kid was like, I'll have one. So I went back to the shop, picked it up, took it to him, did it about 6 times. Then I had about 6 lads in comments saying, what you on about? I've bought it, you dickhead. He says, no, you haven't. I've got it here. I'm using it now to tap this. And I'm just thinking, I made about $1,000 off these fucking computers.
Mad, innit?
I feel like when you're young and entrepreneurial, you're just ballsy and don't give a fuck. You got nothing to lose, have you?
Yeah, what have you got
no outgoings. Your Aerox costs you what? 4 quid to fill up. You're laughing at way to bank, aren't you?
Yeah, it were mint.
So I think them little early sort of hustles curve you into like your entrepreneurial life, don't they?
Yeah, because even when I were in army, 10 years, I was still hustling. I was still doing stuff at home. Do you know what I mean? I'd be away Monday to Friday, but I was still doing stuff at home. Do you know what I mean? What people were doing, and it were like, sound, that works. Right, now we're on to handbags. Right, handbags had gone dead and buried, mate. Right, we're on to SD Matrix, anabolics. You know what I mean? We're selling protein. And it go like, SD Matrix come about, mate. Jesus, they were unreal. And everyone in army were getting drug tests on them and passing. They were like, wow, we can get away with this. I was telling to my pals back home and lot, everyone were like, Jesus, what are these, Wardy? And I'm like, that's growth you've just had, mate, and you can get away with it. but promote my SD Matrix.
Yeah. Did you ever sell like chocolates at school or anything?
Nah, I didn't, mate, to be fair. No.
There was a kid at
I just ate them.
There was a kid already heavily established at our school, Philip Whelan. Came in with a bag like that, fucking looked like he needed a wheelbarrow.
Mad.
He had Diet Cokes, Fantas, this, that, and the other. And people, he'd make about 40 bar a day.
Nobody in our school, I don't think, at time that Collins Ice Cream were about. Collins Ice Cream used to park outside our school, right? And he's a right nice bloke as well, to be fair. But fuck me, mate. If Jamie Oliver ever got hold of that lad, mate, he'd kill him. He used to do for, I think it was for £2, he used to get an hot dog, a thirsty drink, and a bag of spice. And when I say a bag of spice, mate, I'm talking you had fucking everything in there.
Yeah.
It were enough to keep your sugar levels going for a week, mate. I used to have one of them a day.
Type 2 diabetes.
Yeah, so now, I think when I were at school, no one was selling sweets because it was just cheap enough to go calling. You'd fuck your hot dog off because it were cold. You'd be left with a bag of spice for a day.
Okay, hellfire.
Then he got moved on a couple of bit. You used to have to go to the library then. You park outside the library, you climb through fence for a fucking Collins hot dog.
Jason Collins,
yeah. 100%, mate.
Fucking hell. Going back to sort of like the ADHD stuff then.
Yeah.
It has obviously got a lot of positives, hasn't it? But do you ever find it's like a bit of a bane of your life sometimes as well?
Yeah, mate. Like even in business now, mate, I struggle on a daily basis. No matter how successful you think you are, no matter how well you think someone's doing, mate, even this morning before this, mate, I've sat down with me, my ops director, the girl who does accounts.
Yeah.
We're all been fucking spitting feathers going, how the fuck we paying this? When's that due in? When's that due in? When, fucking hell, that's due. Shit, we've got a tax bill. And even though we know it all, fucking, hey, HMRC, shout out HMRC, you've proper fucked me up this month. Because they've given us a date for our tax. And on portal, it's this month, when actually it should say last month. So now we're getting fines and that. Fucking hell, it's glitched, mate. It's glitched. It says 22nd of October. So now I've put this month's, Jodie's put this month's in for our PAYE.
Yeah.
It's fucking doubled in cost and it's due next week. And I'm like, well, they're not getting that.
Fucking hell.
But you know, like, day-to-day tasks, mate, I want some at me. I'm going to try this lion's mane.
Yeah, I've got some upstairs.
I'm going to try that because these meds can't come quick enough because I have that many things go off in my brain on a day-to-day basis. I can't get... I'm in first rate before everyone because I need fucking 2 hours before everyone gets in. I need 3 coffees and I need to do one task. That one task will take me 2 hours, mate. and then someone will come in and they'll go, have you done that? And I'm like, no. Fuck right off. No, I am.
Yeah.
Add it to my list.
Then you feel like over phased and sort of like too much going on.
I always end up getting it done though, Jord. I will get it done, but I do have to work late. I do have to get up early morning because if I want to go to gym, I won't go to gym on a night, me, because my head's fucking fried, so I have to go to gym in the morning. I've lost a bit of clem like recently, so yeah.
Mate, I've lost 10 kgs, mate.
Have you?
I was 104 kilograms. When I started this business, I used to vape. And I feel like vaping were really good for ADHD because you constantly like stimulating your brain with like a little bit of something. And then New Year's Eve, I were in Bahamas and I saw a bin and it was about 1 minute to midnight and I got this fucking vape in my hand. I thought, fuck this is killing me.
Yeah.
Stuck it in the bin. And then I came back to office, just sat down all day, you know what I mean? Fucking editing videos, this, that, and the other. And I ended up like getting a dairy milk caramel obsession. I'd go Sainsbury's every day, fucking bar of chocolate, just to like simulate. The next thing I'm looking down, I'm like, I'm a fat bastard. Got very comfortable in a relationship. I look at Ellie Mackay. We went down to do some filming with Stephen Bartlett.
Yeah. And
I looked at a photo from there and I'm like,
it's not even me.
I look like Zach Dingle.
So was Zach Dingle like?
Fucking, is he old boy? Fucking,
Yeah.
Mate, I look fucking fat. Mate, I mean, look, I'm no great god, but I've lost 10 kilograms. I'm 94 kgs now. But it's finding little, again, back to the ADHD stuff, it's finding little ways to mask and make your day better. Innit? Yeah. Mine is massively going to the gym, and credit to Terry Ann. She said to me, she says, why'd you go to the gym? I don't know, to get big arms, big chest and that, look good on the beach, look handsome.
Yeah.
She says, wrong. She says, unless you go to the gym for your mind and your health, which will help you perform in every aspect of your life, whether it's, doing shit at home or doing your job. The body becomes a byproduct of that. And that just stuck in my head. And I thought, I've got to go to gym now. And every time I go to gym, hate getting there. When I'm there, enjoy it. It's a bit of a social now. And I always come out with loads of ideas. I feel fresh. Last night I finished gym at 9 o'clock. I'm sending Johnny voice notes. I've got these ideas every time I go to gym. 100 mile an hour. Our heads are just 100 mile an hour.
Yeah, constant, isn't it?
I feel like as a kid, my body was 100 mile an hour. I went, this football, this sport.
Yeah.
And as you get a bit older, all the energy just like goes into your head then. I don't move as much anymore now, but my mind's 100 mile an hour.
Imagine if you put that into your school. Imagine what qualifications you'd have. Imagine where you'd be.
I know.
I don't want to change that, mate.
No, I know,
I think I've self-taught my son a lot, and I just think if I'd have put that back at school, where would I be now? Well, I'll tell you where I'd be. I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be where I am now. Probably some boring fucker sat in a library or something.
I think everyone's, I don't know, without getting too spiritual, I think your path's already written.
Yeah, massively.
It's like you're meant to be on this fucking path, so just keep raw dogging it, keep winging it, keep doing your fucking thing.
It's like,
it's
like positive vibes, isn't it? Like, again, without going too much into it, like I buzz off frequency, mate. Frequency's real, and not because I'm an electrician and I see, frequency, it is real, but like, frequency is real, mate. Positive energy is real. Of course, it's fucking real. Because someone goes into an environment with a shitty attitude, that spreads like wildfire. Because I have to go in my office in the morning with a positive mindset when my staff start coming in. It's like, morning. If they come in and they're like, morning, I'm like, fucking tired, are we? You know what I mean? Don't bring that energy in here.
Yeah. We've got a sign upstairs that says no cortisol.
Really?
No cortisol, the hormone, fucking stress hormone.
Yeah.
Because, but...
It's right, though, isn't it?
But some days I can be the fucking cortisol in the room.
Really?
Businesses, it's a mad buzz, isn't it?
Yeah.
One day you could be on cloud 9. Next thing something could just smack your desk and you just feel like you want to fucking go outside and smack someone.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
It's hard work, innit?
It's fucking like that.
But isn't it mad that you only try and show people... What I'm trying to do is...
People, like LinkedIn, for example, success.
Yeah.
And I thought this the other day.
Yeah, I do that wrong. I tell everyone we're doing successful, and it is. You've got to.
Yeah.
Because, again, it's that positive energy. But fucking hell, let's just be real about it. Like I said, mate.
Yeah, we had someone in yesterday, and we were talking about LinkedIn, and it's like, my baby's just had her first time on the toilet. Is what it taught me about direct sales.
Yeah.
Like what? I've just been stuck in traffic all morning. Here's what it taught me about the journey. What the fuck are you on about? And it's just all this dumb shit, and we're all suckers to it. We've all done it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, all right, well, I've had a fucking almost first year in business. We've made a lot of mistakes, and I'll hold my hand up. And I said it to this lady yesterday who came in for a meeting. I said, we've made mistakes, but one of our clients said, look, Jordan, you have made a mistake, but it's how you deal with that mistake now. It's how you change that and all that sort of stuff. And when you're working with good clients and you communicate your problems that you're having, this, that, and the other, they understand that you're new. And
of course.
They want to work with you. Because if they work with us, they're going to get better results for them as well. So it's all a bit of an ecosystem, isn't it? So
yeah, massively. Like we did some HMOs, and we started 1, started 2, started 3. And someone actually who still works for me now, Sam, said to me, Aidan, I've been down this avenue before, mate. Be careful. They don't pay. And I thought, nah, I know this kid. And I didn't know him. I knew somebody who put me onto him. And I thought, nah, we're sound. Yeah, we're sound. Yeah. You know, like 26 grand he did me for. Just gone. He didn't know where to be seen, mate. So I'm ringing HMO company who got contracted. And I'm like, look, what's crack here like? He says, well, he's been paid. So you've not got a leg to stand on. We've got no contract in place. So I learned then straight away, mate. Listen, no purchase order, no party, mate. You ain't getting nothing on that roof. You're getting nothing installed till I've got a PO. Little domestic jobs have it here and there. We don't really do anyway. So everything in our business now has got a standard operating procedure. We've got a process for everything. And if you go left and right from it, I always said to everyone at work, I said, listen, if you do that and you do that right, you're going to be right. I have a triangle, mate. I have a triangle. If I had a board, I'd draw it. I said, it's right at top. Bottom left is it's wrong. Bottom right is it's works. Just never go there. Because if you go there, you're a wanker. And when you're a wanker, you're not doing good, are you, for anyone? Because you know what, though, George? It's funny, right? But to do everything right, you know it's never going to go wrong.
Yeah.
But if it works, and if you've done it wrong, but it works, because in the electrical industry, for instance, you can wire things loads of different ways, but it might not be to regulation standard. It might not be to pass document. It might not be to electricity or work, but it'll work.
Yeah.
But it's still wrong, so you're a wanker.
Yeah.
And I always did, to apprentices who've had start, I said, listen, just listen to this. Listen to this and don't ever do it. Just do it right.
Yeah.
There's only one way to do it right. There's 1,000 ways to skin a cat, but just do it right.
Many ways to skin a cat.
That's it, mate.
Yeah. It's a famous comment upstairs with Ryan.
Is it?
Yeah, he says that all the time. But yeah, I think, like I say, I mean, how old are you in business now?
In business?
So how long have you been with?
4 years.
4 years, yeah.
4 years in business.
What was that first year like?
I
I think once you get past that first year...
If I'm honest, mate, that were our easiest year.
All right.
Yeah, because I landed a 6-figure contract literally overnight. And when I say overnight, it literally landed on my doorstep overnight from taking a punt or doing a job. And then they really liked me. And then the guy were genuine as folk, showed me how to do it. And then I says, they were like a stumbling block at every hurdle. I can't do this because I ain't got the manpower, no problem. Get the manpower. Can you get the manpower? Yeah, I can get the manpower. Next stumbling block, what? Listen, mate, I earned 750 quid last week. I've got 4 kids, an house, a wife who don't work because we've got my daughter, my youngest. I can't fucking cash flow this. We need 6 lads on job. Right, no worries, we'll cash flow it for you. I said, what do you mean? And then it's literally like, it kind of ran like that. And then I had Jodie coming out of university, who was my sister-in-law. And I'm like, listen, come and fucking help me. Because I can't do all these certs, all these payroll, all these paying wages. I don't know how to do it, but neither did she. But we learnt together, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she's still with me now. But that was my easiest year. It got harder, mate, when I spread my wings. Because...
So why? Why did it get harder?
Because we had a cash flow coming in, week out, and I could afford to pay everybody week in, week out.
Did that have pressure because you were getting backed?
Well, we were just getting funded, do you know what I mean? The job was still mine. It were ALW Electrical at the time.
Yeah.
So we were still getting funded. And when I say funded, we were doing the work. They were paying basically a week in advance. So then at the end of a 12-week project, we wouldn't get paid for last week. But that didn't matter because I'd already earned $3,000 a week, $4,000 a week, whatever it was, every week. So I had a mountain of cash there in my bank, in my business account. So then I knew that I could pay my bills, pay everybody's wages. We then got a little office. And then the second year come, and it was like, right, we're now going to go down a different avenue and we're going to spread a little bit. The showrooms had slowed down a little bit. We were still doing them, but they were slowed down a little bit, and I knew I needed to do more to keep all these lads busy.
How many lads were talking at this point?
We had eight at time. We had 5 on first, 6. I think it were 8. And then we says, right, now we need to spread a little bit. And another contract then prevailed us. And it were like, shall we do it, shall we not? Me being a little bit ambitious and that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just went, listen, let's just go for it, take a punt, go for it. We installed then 15 domestic solars a week. So then I needed vans, I needed fucking... I'll be honest with you, mate, that's kind of what really made us get to a point of a struggle, because I'd spunked 70 grand on vans, equipment, a new office, and I say spunked, I invested 70 grand, but I invested 70 grand, what were realistically my profit for that year. Says, right, now I'm going to move forward with this. So then I brought Steve in, who were our ops director, brought him in, and he spearheaded the electrical. We soon found out that there were fuck all money in electrical, and I'm talking, go and make 40 quid on a light, go and make 20 quid on a mains board to be competitive, 60, 80 quid here and there. So can't run a business like that.
No.
Right, the solar's the way. So you spearhead that, and I'll spearhead the solar. Then we pushed all EV charging, solar PV, and then we landed our first commercial solar job. And we're making good profit on it, mate. And I was like, listen, let's just do this right. Do this right, and we'll get another one. Got another one. Next thing you know, I start using LinkedIn. And literally, mate, my second year then just propelled from my first year. Turned over a bit more money. Lost a little bit more profit because we were getting bigger. But I could deal with that. And then third year come, industry started slowing down a bit. And we let go of a few lads, to be fair, I'll be straight. And then literally the opportunity with Eco Power come. And it were like, do I go? Do I not? Do I do this? But there were times, mate, where I thought, nah, fuck that, we just get through it. But then there were times where it were like, nah, we need investment. Like, for me to go to that next stage, I need investment, and I ain't got that cash there. The cash I've got here runs this business month in, month out with a little bit of profit. And it weren't mega money, do you know what I mean? We were paying money in, but mega, mate. Mega. Like, mate, we can do, and for a small company, we can do 150 grand a month, but we can do 140 grand outlay. You know what I mean? Because the amount that you have on it, on the project, you can turn over as much as you want. Anyone can sit there and say, listen, we've done this. Listen, let's actually look at what gross profit you've made, because that's how I look at everything now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And at minute on a building trajectory, your gross profit's never amazing because we're bringing in new staff members. Do you know what I mean? I've got electricians what are on really good salaries, and then I'm getting told to squeeze my price. I'm like, listen, I can't squeeze my price anymore. And I just be real with them. And if we can't do it, we can't do it, because the level of quality you're getting from me and my company is the level of quality you're getting from me and my company. We've just won our first national award, mate.
So you won the other night?
Well, we got special commendation.
What's that mean?
It's fourth.
Yeah.
We won. We're fucking winners, mate.
We won.
No, we can. I think it means you came fourth, but not everybody gets an award. Do you know what I mean? We got down to final 10 out of thousands of the National Solar PV project.
Yeah.
Mate, there's not many who have been in this industry 3 years, mate, can say that. I'm sat next to me on table, EDF Energy. British Gas are winning awards. You know what I mean? These are national providers, mate.
Yeah.
I'm a team of 17. Doing mega things in industry.
Aidan
do you know
from
what I mean?
Adwick.
Yeah, Aidan from Adwick, absolutely buzzing my tits off. But we were buzzing with that award, absolutely over the moon.
Happy days, mate. That's class, isn't it?
And I think it just shows the level of quality. And listen, if you can't pay for that quality, you can't pay for that quality. If you can't afford a Rolex, you buy a fucking TikTok, innit?
Yeah.
But no, you just got to be the service we give, and the service that I want to carry on project the company forward is the same level of quality that we did from day one. And day one, the client rings me at midnight, I'm going to answer my phone. Yeah. None of this fucking putting sleep mode on and shit.
Get back to a Monday.
Get on phone to me and let me sort it for you. If you ain't happy, you're not happy. What happens when people aren't happy? They don't pay. What happens when people don't pay? You go fucking bust, mate.
Simple as
simple,
that.
Innit?
Yeah.
So we just try and be right. And I just think the more we educate people in our industry, that there should be like a union, you know, like in your industry. I guess it's going to be the same. There's competition everywhere. Yeah. But if it's, I don't know, for argument's sake, it's 50 quid an hour. Right, we're going to edit this for 50 quid an hour. Right, sound. Someone's going to do it at 35.
Oh, absolutely.
There should be a fucking union we all sign and go, listen, you don't go below that. Because all you're doing is killing the industry, you prick. Do you know what I mean? Like, stop driving it down and having this massive race to the bottom, because we can all earn a crust because we have to. Not because we want to, because we have to. Innit? I've got kids. I need to earn money. My staff have all got kids and families and houses. So no one does this. No one has a business to not earn money. That's just fucking stupid.
Absolutely, yeah.
And if you can't pay the premium prices, then you don't use a premium product. It's the same. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But I want premium products because I'm a premium person delivering a premium service. And we'll carry on like that. And if you can't afford it, you can't afford it.
Mad, you've actually achieved a lot in 4 years, haven't you? Just a little bit away from Mike there, but without getting a bit too deep, what's the big ambition?
The ambition?
What's the big...
Be a multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
That's it, mate. Yeah, I'd be straight with everyone. I've got my kids, I've got my wife. 2-year anniversary today.
Is it?
Yeah.
Congrats, mate.
Commiserations.
So
I'm kidding. She's amazing, mate. Amazing. But no.
So you got your family.
Yeah.
Business is going well. You're worth multi-millions. What are you doing?
For me, like you say, I had my kids before, and I've got my wife, so that ain't success. That's a success we've done together. Me and Jade have done that together. And she's my rock. She keeps the family together. She don't work. She looks after my kids.
That is work, though.
She's even started making me tea, mate.
Has she?
Yeah, never did that. Now we're into second year.
Good cook, or?
No, not great. No. She won't mind me saying that. She's very straight.
What's her
speciality? Yeah. Fucking lasagna, mate. Turkey lasagna.
Turkey lasagna?
Mate, don't knock it. I'll bring you something. Turkey lasagna, mate. Honestly, it's mega.
So come on then, you sell up for multi-millions, what you doing?
Sell up for multi-millions. I want a charity. I want a charity for mental health.
He's got a passion for helping people.
Yeah, I thrive off it, mate. Honestly, absolutely thrive off it. It's what makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Sometimes it gets me a bit emotional because I think, do you know, I'm buzzing I've helped that person.
Yeah.
And I won't mention his name, but I've got a friend at the minute, and his granddad's just passed away, bless him, and it's fucking broken, mate. It's broken.
Yeah.
And I rang him and I says, listen, mate, fucking don't worry about going to work if you're not ready. I'm one of them, My dad died. I got told my dad had died because I didn't want to go to hospital when he died. I got told he died. 20 minutes later, me and Jade went shopping for kids' Christmas presents because I needed to just, I have to just be active, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas my other pal now, he ain't like that, mate. I've worked with him, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Listen, if he's upset and day's gone bad, just leave him alone.
Yeah,
just leave him alone, mate. Same kid who sits in the van with me, and his eye is fuck on life, mate. He's so positive and everything, but he's so close to his granddad, and this will break him. But I just rang him and I says to him, look, mate, don't be pressured in going back to work, because I knew he's a stressor, like, do you know what I mean? He stresses about money all the time, and he's a fucking successful kid, mate. He's one of the hardest grafting lads I've ever come across in my life, and that's why we get on so well. We both just bounce off each other. We have such a good crack, mate. But I says to him, I said, look, don't go back to work. You're obviously not ready. I was texting him and that about his granddad, and I'd just get a love heart, and I thought, he ain't ready to talk. Just leave him. You're only getting another couple of days, though, you dickhead, and then I'm going to ring you, and you better answer. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I gave him a couple of days, and I rang him. I says, listen, mate, you all right? He says, I'm all right, mate, yeah. And I says, don't go back to work tomorrow. And I thought, he's only stressing about going back to work tomorrow because he needs money. Do you know? He needs to earn money. Yeah. And he's not a dick with money. He saves money, do you know what I mean? But I knew he was stressing.
Yeah.
And even though he could probably afford to have a fucking fair few week off work, he's just tight as fuck.
Tighter than cramp.
But I just rang him, and I just wanted to know that he knew that if he needed the money, I'd fucking give him the money to have the time off work.
Yeah.
And in my head, I knew he wouldn't, mate. Subconsciously, I knew, realistically, Jack, I've only done this for you. And I've said his name now. So, Jacko, I only did this, mate, so I felt better. I'm only kidding. No,
Jacko was the one that sort of
pushed us onto this journey, mate.
Yeah.
He wants shares and a lot.
Big up Jacko.
Cheeky fucker. But yeah, I just wanted him to know that don't worry about the money, innit? Because life's, if you're not happy and you can't go to work, but that made me feel better knowing that I just said to him, look, don't worry. Yeah. And he didn't go work. Probably, don't fucking ring me tomorrow and ask me for any money, though, because I'm not getting you.
I think
he's going to come on here, though.
Is he?
Yeah.
Get him on, get Jacko on.
He'll be fucking either locked up, single. Fucking hell, mate. He's done some shit in his time, like. I'm joking.
I watched a podcast, Stephen Bartlett podcast, and I think it was Simon Sinek. Have you ever heard of him? And he talks a lot about like mental health. I'm sure it was him. Talks a lot about mental health in men, and he says men are always in a good place when they're surrounded by the mates. Friendships are so important, being surrounded by people. And he said his pal lost his dad.
Yeah.
And he sent his pal a message saying, "Hiya, mate, so sorry for your loss. I'm here if you need to talk." He said, "I'm going to call you every single day. Don't feel obliged to answer the phone.
Yeah.
But when you're ready to speak to me, I'll keep ringing you every single day at 2 o'clock until you answer." And 3 weeks went past, rang him every single day. And this kid answered, and he says, "Look," he says, "appreciate you so much. You've reached out to me every day. I feel like I've got such a good friend there. One of my best friends for the rest of my life. What you've done and that effort you've made to make me feel all right. I'm in a position now where I can talk to you."
Yeah.
It's just being surrounded by
100%
good people. Like when I was traveling world, fixing yachts, sat in China, other side of the world, 8 hours, 9 hours in front with barely any Wi-Fi, and I'm like solitude. I were in a shit place.
Yeah.
I come up here every day and I'm surrounded by my workmates, which we've got a little community now, a little culture going upstairs. We all get on well. We're always bouncing ideas, having a laugh, having a crack, positive this, positive that. You can't be in a bad mood unless work's completely going fucked up.
Unless someone's fucked up, innit?
But like being surrounded by people constantly, we're not meant to be like on our own. They say like most of the guys in America that are all depressed because they've got no one around them.
Yeah, so that leads me back onto, like you say, just what do you want to do? Success for me, I want my own charity. I want to be able to have a training course there and a provider there to be able to help people and not for millions of pounds, not for any sort of. There's got to be some financial gain. You've got to get there. Do you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, I want it to be a network of people what are just all doing the same thing, doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You look at these telegrams and that, mate, and I was in a group recently, an online coaching group, and it was brilliant. It was brilliant, mate. And I've come away from it because I felt like I was letting the kid down. The kid who were helping me, I was letting him down, mate, because I was forgetting to do stuff, forgetting to check in.
And he was holding you accountable.
Yeah, and I felt I was letting him down. So I just said, look, I've already spent my money. I've lost. I think I'd lost about. I don't know how much I lost. Maybe a stone and a half or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm grateful for what you've done for me, but I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And I was just straight with him, but the tradesman coach they are. I think it's tradesman coach. If I've got that wrong, I apologise. But a great bunch of guys, and they're doing mega things in construction industry, like, and fucking fair play to them. But I just felt like this kid, I was letting him down, so I just had to let it go a little bit. But creating that circle for people there's people in that group, mate, what have probably been so depressed about the weight, and they've just got someone, they put a picture in of them with a little bit of weight loss, picture from start to finish, and they've got fucking 30 odd people who they don't even know saying well done.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's hard to find them sort of people, because I see it now. Me and Jodie spoke about this other week. How many people do you see share your fucking post on Facebook and social media and that? And it's scary to think that I've got thousands of odd people on my Facebook, but now on my new Instagram, I've only got 160 odd followers.
Yeah.
And I think, cheeky bastards, why don't you just follow me?
Yeah,
just help me out. And my pal goes on about this. I'm going to bring him on as well.
Too busy sharing like artists that they don't know's album covers.
Yeah. Just support your own, innit? You know what I mean? And I just think,
or missing cats in Plymouth.
but it's just people don't want to see success, mate. They don't. It's jealousy, innit?
Yeah. Have you had any like issues with jealousy with your pals that you've grown up with, where you've sort of like they've seen you go like that and they've sort of been a bit cold turkey with you?
Yeah and no. Do you know what I mean? Listen, anyone who's around me in my life now is the only people I need. So if you've been and gone, you're fucking gone for your own good, not mine. Do you know what I mean? So, and I just talk straight. There's no bullshit. Like, if you're not in my life now on a daily basis or a weekly basis, and don't get me wrong, there is people, especially in the army, lads who I don't speak to on a daily basis, but I know full well, these lads I've been to war with, I can ring them tomorrow if I had an issue and they'd be there.
Yeah.
So I don't speak to them daily, but now all my pals that I surround me saying, we now, I don't really socialise, mate, if I'm honest.
No.
The people I socialise with are usually just my family.
Yeah.
Because I don't really have time. Like, if I'm not with my family, I'm at work. But that's not to say I don't go out. I still go to pub every now and then, do you know what I mean? And we'll have a beer, or if there's an occasion, races and that. But I won't say any of them are jealous. No, 100% not. And they all know that if they fucking needed out, I'd be there. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes everyone thinks it's financial, doesn't it? It's not financial.
Bit of a plan then. Business is going to boom.
Yeah.
Aidan Ward official on Instagram. We're going to build that up.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, when you sell up, you can use that and your personal branding platform to create something, to like a charity or whatever, a bit of a support group where you can sort of give back, help. Yeah,
and just go out, just go around. I'd say around the world, but it's not really around the world because I'm a fucking realist. But around the UK, just giving advice, just giving positive mentality. I'm not going to sit there and read quotes and shit like that and take things from other people. I'm just a straight up from a mining village in Woodlands, from Squares. My mum and dad lived in Squares. My dad had an half decent business. We moved to Adwick. I became Aidan from Adwick. Do you know what I mean? I went to school in a normal place with normal friends. Started an apprenticeship, got fucked off, joined army, got out, took a risk, went with it, and it's paid off. But all I want to do now is give back to everybody and say, listen, if I can do it, you can do it. Don't matter what the vision is. It don't have to be solar. It don't have to be renewable energy. Be fucking sweet shop. Do you know what I mean?
If you were going to give one piece of advice now to someone leaving the army, what would you say to them?
Take the risk. Take the risk. Because everybody in the army tells you not to take the risk.
Really?
Everyone.
Why?
Oh, there's no out there, mate. There's no out in civilian world. Do you know what I mean? It's a load of bollocks. That's what I mean. But there's nothing. There's actually no. When you're leaving and you go on your resettlement, there's no one there, even on resettlement, telling you you're gonna be all right. You know
They
what
don't prepare you for the civvy world as you're leaving.
Yeah, they do in an element, mate. They'll put you on resettlement. If you've done 4 years, you're getting a little week resettlement course to say you need to now find a doctors. You need to now. It's like fucking leaving prison, mate. Find a doctors, find a
It's
dentist.
got some similarities there, hasn't it?
Yeah, 100%. That's why so many people come out and fail, and that's what I want to change because it's just bollocks. I remember leaving army, right? And if I could change one thing about the process of leaving the army,
Yeah.
it's the medical. The final medical, you go in there, you've had all these things wrong with you over years, bad back, bad fucking ankle, whatever you've done, broken ankle, dislocated kneecap, what do I do? Mental health, PTSD, whatever it is, all there in front of this doctor. And you know the one thing what he said to me when I was leaving is, I'm a little bit concerned about how much weight you've put on, right? Bearing in mind, I joined army at fucking 17. I boxed all the way through my army career at 12 stone, 75 kilo, 11 stone 8. I left army at, I think I was 14 stone 8. And the one thing he said when I left that fucking medical office is, I'm a bit concerned about how much weight you've put on. You know, risk and this and high risk for... and I thought, you know, when I've left and I've gone away, I thought, fucking cheeky bastard. I've struggled with nightmares. I've had fucking sleeping tablets. I've had fucking dislocated kneecap. I've had bad back. I've pulled hamstrings. I've had all these medical conditions, what could be reoccurring now. I've got tinnitus. Never mentioned it once. I've got H3 hearing in my right ear. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're all things, and I think, that bastard didn't even mention any of them.
Just said you put weight on.
Just said you've put weight on. And I thought, yeah, but I joined at fucking 17, man.
Been 10 years.
Yeah.
Fucking decade. Of course I put fucking weight on.
Of course I've put weight on. And I look back now and I think there's just not enough, mate. Not enough. There's not enough given when you're leaving. And it is. When I was sat over there in prison with a lady who does the stuff with me, there were so many similarities, mate. So many. Because there's so many lads I know now who are still struggling because they don't feel like they've got a purpose.
Yeah.
They don't feel like they're
Maybe
on
you
a
could do
vision.
like a workshop where when people come out of, like once a month, like a workshop where people come out of prison, come out of military, you get them round, see what their strengths are.
Yeah.
You and your team brainstorm things like good directions, give them ideas. You've got loads of creative ideas, you know, always counting tiles.
Yeah, that's it, innit?
And put them on a better path. Because that just sounds so negative.
Mate,
going
do you know
to
what
your
I wanna
final
do?
medical and just fucking getting told you put weight on.
And listen, if anyone texts me an idea or watches this, all 61 here who might watch this on my Instagram, right? I want to do a Dragon's Den, mate, but for ex-services and ex-prisoners.
Yeah.
Just a simple Dragon's Den, not with that many fucking...
We'll shoot it on Infinity Cove in there.
Yeah. So a Dragon's Den with a proper panel, give these people with these ideas the opportunity to express themselves. Because that's all they need. It's not about having an opportunity where you're going to give them hundreds of thousands of pounds.
Yeah.
It's their own mental state to say, listen, they've given me an opportunity here to express myself. And after that, whichever one wins, listen, you're the one that's going to come on the pathway with us. We're going to give you an opportunity now. We're going to show you how to do marketing. We're going to show you how to do social media, show you how to do a podcast, show you how to do influencing, whatever you want to call it. But we're also going to give you all the advice of, go on, my fucking mind's gone. Finances. The financials, the tax aspects of it. Yeah, because you don't teach that shit. Teach that shit at school, man. Do you know what I mean? Teach that at school.
So we'll fuck Dragons Den off, call it Aidan's Abode.
Yeah. Whatever, innit? But do it together, innit, George? We'll But I just think...
Just giving back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, learning from what your experiences and saying, look, it can be done. It's fucking there. I've done it myself.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? Now you can do it.
Yeah. And it's changing that perception of people's minds that you don't need hundreds of thousands of pounds. You don't need millions of pounds.
You know what I think to build your personal brand? When you're doing these, like, if you're going out to prisons and doing, like, talks or schools or whatever.
Yeah.
Get one of us to come down, mic you up.
Yeah.
Back at audience.
Yeah, man.
Talking, we'll clip that.
Yeah.
Personal brand, loads of content.
Yeah, 100%.
It's a great shout.
100%.
The podcast, you doing your stuff with Eco Power and fitting all that sort of, God, there's loads there for your personal brand, really.
And mate, there's loads what Eco Power do as well. Like, the amount of stuff that man and that company do, or them men.
Yeah, it's frightening.
What they do for the community.
You can't even escape logo anymore, can you?
Mate, the amount that they put into local community.
Yeah,
There's a boxing club in Woodlands. Mate, they just got a brand new minibus.
Yeah.
Brand spanker. Because he cares about other people. and they care about other people.
Yeah.
And they really do. And that's kind of the people I want to be surrounded by. Do you know what I mean? It's not in it to make a quick quid. Everyone's in it. Anyway, everyone's in this to be successful. But success for me personally is not just to be a millionaire. Of course, listen, success for me, I want to be a millionaire. I want, and some people see it as a negative. I want materialistic things. Of course I do.
Yeah.
100%. Because I've got everything else. I've completed my life, mate, in terms of I've got my beautiful wife. I go on great holidays with my family. Yeah. I'm fortunate enough to be able to pay for some of my family to come with me if they want and they can't afford it.
Yeah.
I can take my mum away. And I think if we can spread the love to give the opportunity back to others who aren't as fortunate, but make them understand that you don't have to be fortunate. You haven't been spoon-fed out, mate, and look at this studio you've got. I haven't been spoon-fed out. I landed a bit of a contract, yeah, but guess what? The moral of the story is you take the fucking risk.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If someone offers you an opportunity, just take the risk, like, jump.
Absolutely.
100%. And if that's one thing that I can get across to people, it's not about reading books. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I've read them. Some of them are shit.
Some of them are shit. Just before we sort of like wrap up, when we first started this studio at Doncaster, we thought to ourselves, Doncaster gets a terrible name, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Terrible name, but I even just chatting to you today and stuff, there's some talented people in Doncaster, isn't there?
Yeah.
Whether they're artists, ADMT, singers, entrepreneurs.
There's a lot of success, isn't there?
A lot of success in Doncaster, but everyone says, Don is shit.
You imagine us all getting together?
Just a big round table.
Just spinning ideas. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I love people that are like giving back to the community. Because I feel like we have with the studio. We're giving people a platform to come and have a voice.
Yeah.
For LinkedIn and marketing, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, and a lot you do. I appreciate a lot you do for me, even in the short time that I've fucking known you, because I didn't know how to start a podcast.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to. Ellie Mackay. I didn't know anyone like that who's got that sort of following, who's done little bits for me, come to Wellness Centre for us.
Yeah.
And all that sort of stuff. And I think, like you say, there's a lot of fucking talent in Donny, what we can all thrive off.
Yeah.
Whether that be I put solar panels on your house for free and you give me a little shout out for a company. But do you know what I mean? Like, there's loads of ways that we can all help each other.
Absolutely, yeah. Look back in the day, money was never a thing. It was service for service back in the day.
Yeah. And that's how it should be, innit? You scratch mine like I'll scratch yours.
That's it, yeah. But like I say, there's a lot of good shit happening in Doncaster that doesn't get highlighted, and it's good to see like people doing good stuff.
Yeah.
I think if you can get some really like good guests in Doncaster on here, 100% sharing their stories. So I think like,
and some real people as well, just real people who won't come and sit here.
Who
won't come and sit here. I wouldn't have been confident enough to sit here without you. In terms of you telling me, Aidan, it's sound, mate. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
What did you say? Tell.
Well, we're walking down, aren't we, from office?
Yeah.
Are you nervous? And what do you mean? I said, it's not live. We're not a fucking BBC. Then you went, fucking hell. He's slurring his words already.
I'm bubbling, wasn't I?
No, mate, it's just two lads having a chat, innit? Like,
yeah,
you got your lights, you got these mics, fucking 3 cameras. Jody's sat down there with headphones on producing. It is a bit like, what's the word? It's a bit scary when you first come in, but when you get chatting away and the conversation's flowing and you're just having a good, it's fucking sound, isn't it?
Yeah.
I feel like you just had about an hour's worth of meditation.
Yeah.
How long have we even been going? How long have we been going, Jody? 1 hour 25. Wow. I think that's been a good first podcast, mate.
Yeah, no, 100%, mate, and I'm really grateful for you to come on. And anyone watching, fucking reach out to you, really, to 7 Studios, because what you've got here in Doncaster is a fucking opportunity here to express yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And that's, obviously, you do so much other things other than just podcasting and videography and stuff. But yeah, I think the main thing for me with something like this is, I think people have just got to come down here and see it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People are going to bother their arse, come in here, see what little gold mine it is for everyone.
Kettle's always on.
You know
what I mean?
Decent water.
We're all sound.
Yeah, everyone's sound. It's very welcoming.
But mate, appreciate that. I think what we need to do now is just get you a podcast name.
Yeah. So like and share in the comments.
Like and share in the comments.
No, if you want any fucking solar, hit me up, yeah.
Good
Sweet,
stuff.
mate.
Good stuff. Wicked,
Amazing.
mate. That's good. That. What do you think, Jody? Fab. Oh,
Mate.
an hour and 20.